When you feel blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz. I felt like that was appropriate because we look so good today. But I almost considered changing the words to getting really rich.
Getting really rich. I love that.
Because today's episode is all about the richest people in the world, in the history of the world.
Yeah.
Currently and throughout all time. This is the Mega Wealth Expose.
Okay.
How's it going, Johnny?
Pretty good. I feel rich. I got,
this
my
is
blazer on.
everybody take a look at us. This is how we feel we would dress if we were extremely wealthy.
I feel like I look like a Vice City NPC.
I feel
And
like
you're bright. You're so bright.
I look like the Greatest Showman, like Barnum and Bailey Circus.
Yeah.
It's good to be here.
Yes.
Everybody has been really excited and praising us for our episodes where we have investigated
Our innovations.
the strangeness of this planet, whether it be UFOs, Bigfoot,
Yes.
the Jersey Devil, or what have you. And, recently we just started talking about how strange actual humans are, especially when they get insane amounts of money. You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this idea came to us that, you know what, let's just look at the world of the wealthy, which I've always felt like is kind of veiled in secrecy behind, I guess, the world's ultimate paywall. You like that?
Yeah.
Man,
you're killing it. Dude, this jacket is making you funnier.
Oh, I feel alive for the first time. Well, we've done some investigation, and frankly, my mind has been blown.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit sad about what I realized and discovered about this world we live on. Yeah, there is a whole other world out there for rich people. And, I don't think I even realized how not rich I actually was. Like, I had an idea, but then I realized that my idea of what a rich person was actually still really unwealthy.
Yeah.
In comparison to the levels of wealth that are actually out there.
I definitely realized how poor I am, but it was funny. Like, doing research for this was a lot of fun. Once I kind of thought about rich people like cryptids, as this weird thing to study, it became really interesting and maybe, I guess, less sad. But it was a lot of fun, like reading about all the weird shit people spend money on.
I agree. And I'm excited to get into it today. It is Saturday at 12 noon. You know what that means.
Yep.
This is the Mega Strange podcast.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we've decided to rename our show. And I think Mega Strange is a pretty good name.
Yeah, we got a logo.
Check that out, everybody.
Yeah, you see that logo?
Thank you,
Meg.
People seem, like I was saying, like our investigative journalism.
Yes.
And I think even if we were doing news stories about what's happening in the world, it all falls under the umbrella of strangeness and weirdness and general bizarrity. So let's just make it official. Why don't we just curve what this podcast is, just skew it into what it should be?
Yeah, we were sitting around coming up with ideas for future episodes, and I genuinely got like that flutter in my stomach, of excitement. Because it wasn't just like, oh, here's an alien episode, here's a cryptid episode. There was just genuinely interesting topics that span all different type of genres, different types of mediums.
Totally.
It was a lot of fun. So watch out. We're gonna have a bunch of cool shit to show you.
But then, we kind of found this unifying thread that I love because in everything that I personally find interesting, there's always a core mystery.
Yeah, weirdness.
There's always a strangeness. There's always something that doesn't quite add up, and it seems like it should add up. But when you really look into it, there's something nebulous there, something not quite explained. That to me is at the core of everything I truly find fascinating. I call it strangeness. There's a strangeness to it all. So that's what this podcast can be about.
Yeah.
Plus Mega 64antine, the logo, we pretty much just changed 64antine into strange. It's basically the same title, which is not that bad.
Yeah, I love that name.
Yeah, so thank you for sticking with us. Hope you're as excited as we are. We might even transfer this over to its own YouTube channel, just so we can, see if we can reach a wider fan base. Do us a favor, if you're watching this right now and you haven't already, pause this and go subscribe to Mega Strange YouTube channel. It's in the description, and it's the number one thing you can do to help us out because we're starting from scratch now.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's like going out into the wild, wild west with 2 bullets, one in my gun, one in your gun.
Someone out there could be the first subscriber.
Every subscription we get is like another bullet in our gun to defend ourselves against all these strange and monstrous cryptids we're going to run into on this bizarre journey. So, wealthy people, rich people, the mega wealthy.
The big cheese.
Yes. You have always probably dreamed of being in this echelon of humans.
Yeah, when I was a little kid, I always dreamed of being rich, not to be like able to buy stuff, but I always wanted like secret rooms.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I thought like, oh, I have to be rich to have secret rooms.
When you're a kid, you always go to the toy store and you're like, can I have this really obviously cool thing? And your parents' response is always, we're not rich.
Yeah.
What do you think, money grows on trees? That's too expensive. We've got crap at home.
My mom would always say we don't own stock in the electric company when I would keep lights on. That used to upset me.
Well, did you ever be like, why not?
Yeah. Get stock in the electric company.
Yeah, you ever think about investing, Mom? Then I could leave these lights running all day.
Yeah.
That's so funny because that's like really sound advice.
Yeah.
Why didn't she ever like follow through on her joke, I wonder?
No clue.
Yeah, I remember watching this movie when I was a kid called Blank Check about a kid who gets a blank check from a rich guy and writes $1 million and
Holy
cashes
shit.
it. And then he has $1 million, which he uses to
fucked up.
Yeah, like you did. He like makes a house with a bunch of secret rooms.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I would watch like Dexter's Lab and be like, I want like secret rooms.
Yeah, I wanted secret rooms too, and like water slides.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I feel like in doing research for this show, you see like, a lot of people don't have water slides, but then they have stuff. It's like, well, who needs a water slide when you have your own fucking submarine, like a boat with like a submarine catapult on it?
When I was a kid, I used to watch the Richie Rich movie a lot with Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
And for some reason, like he has so much cool shit in that movie. The one thing that always got to me was that he had a McDonald's in his house, which is obvious product placement now. But like watching as a kid, I was like, what?
Yeah. I remember hearing that
so
Bill
excited.
Clinton had McDonald's installed in the White House. So he was living that Richie Rich life just like you. You have to be the head of state to live that lifestyle.
Oh, man.
And then also, Batman is a millionaire. And I think they've even graduated Bruce Wayne to the status of billionaire because,
that's hilarious. Yeah.
If Batman isn't extremely wealthy, he's not cool.
Yeah.
Like it's not good enough for Batman to be a millionaire and kick every criminal's ass because then people are like, yeah, but he's making less money than he used to. It's kind of a bummer.
Yeah. If Lex Luthor is more rich than him, then what's the point?
Yeah, that can't stand. But you've actually looked up some real people.
Yes.
You were telling me you've discovered the richest person in the history of the world.
Well, I found over time, a lot of articles I was finding was saying like with inflation, people like Jeff Bezos haven't even been able to touch the actual richest people in the world.
Like throughout history.
Yeah, throughout history.
Like ancient kings and emperors.
So I have found a list of like the top 10 richest men of all time. Also, men, come on, people.
No women? What?
No women.
Where's the richest women list of all time?
But at the top of the list was this guy named Mansa Musa.
Mansa Musa.
I hope I'm saying that right.
Yeah, I'm sure you nailed it. When was he alive?
He was alive. This is I don't know if this is like actually recorded, but it's more of a guess. 1218 to 1337.
Okay.
I don't know if that's BC or AD.
That has to be AD.
But his wealth, they list like how rich they were in like modern times, and for him they write the wealth is indescribable.
Wait, what do you mean? They can't calculate it?
Apparently they can't. I have a bunch more. I don't know if you want me to go through that, or I could just talk about Mansa
talk about
Musa.
Mansa Musa for a second.
So here I wrote some info about him, but he ruled over a part of Africa called the Mali Empire.
Okay.
And he had at the time half of the world's supply of gold.
Wait, how?
Or no, he didn't own it, but at the time half the world's supply of gold came from about 3 gold mines. And he
the whole world?
It was the old world, so it was like Europe, Africa, and Asia.
So this is like 1200. This is the Middle Ages. This is the Dark Ages. After the Roman Empire has fallen,
Yeah.
And all the gold in the world. And you know, gold in the Middle Ages, it's the gold standard.
Yeah.
It's a king's ransom is the king's weight in gold. Like,
yeah. It's funny how like our fucking lizard brain works. Cause like there was no, monetary attachment to gold. It just was shiny and people just wanted it because it looked shiny.
it's shiny, it's rare,
Yeah.
and it's soft. I don't know if you know this, but true gold is soft.
I didn't know that.
So that's why you would bite gold to see if it was real or not, because if your teeth sink into it, that's real gold. And so not only is it shiny and rare, but because it's soft, it can be molded into anything. So you can make beautiful jewelry out of it.
Okay.
And it's shiny and it's rare. So if you have a lot of it, you could literally make anything and you look like a baller.
Yeah, so there was only a couple of gold mines in the world at that time, and 3 of which were in that part of Africa, which he ruled over.
Okay, so did you say there's only 3 mines in the world?
No, 3 of which he ruled over.
How many were in the world?
They didn't give me that. I
okay.
could not find that information.
5? We're going to say it's 5.
Probably 5.
We're going to say it's 4. And he had 75% of the world's gold.
Also, here's the kicker. He also had a huge supply. I think most of the world's salt came from him at the time.
Oh, my, that's Dune.
Yeah.
That's the spice. This guy controlled the whole world's supply of spice.
So, which was a huge commodity at the time because there was no refrigeration or anything. So not only did it make food taste good, it was the best way to preserve your food. So he was like he had the 2 things everyone in the world wanted.
This man was God.
Yeah, exactly. And there's not a lot of information about him, but that's all I can really find.
Because he had people working to maintain his privacy round the clock.
Yeah, some people think that T'Challa from Black Panther is based off of this guy.
I haven't seen Black Panther.
Yeah.
Who's T'Challa?
He is the Black Panther.
Oh, so this guy's rich and he whoops ass.
Yeah.
Please give me a break.
Yeah, they have like a
guy has to have
supply
some
of
problem.
adamantium or whatever the fuck, or unobtainium. I don't remember the fucking
according
metal.
to your dates, he supposedly lived for 100 years, which is pretty insane for
I don't know if that's
Middle
real
Ages.
or not. Yeah.
Okay.
But
So that's number 1 guy, richest guy in the history of the world, incalculable level of wealth.
Yeah.
Real quick, give us the round out the top 10 for us. Let's see if we recognize any of these names.
All right, next one, Caesar.
Caesar,
yeah.
Julius Caesar?
Augustus Caesar.
Oh, okay. That's his son.
Which
It's the follow-up.
with inflation, they think that he had about $4.6 trillion.
4.6 trillion.
Yeah.
So, man, the history buffs out there are going to really take me to task on this one, but from what I understand, Julius Caesar struggled to unite the entire Roman Empire, and Augustus Caesar was able to do it.
Oh,
so
shit.
He must have inherited like the entire empire's wealth, which at the time was the biggest empire in the world.
I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation of this.
Wait.
I think it's Zhao Shu.
I think it's Zhao Shu, or I believe it's that.
But also wealth incalculable. It's like, I don't. After that, Akbar the First.
That's just when you own everything.
Yeah, also wealth incalculable.
Okay. I like how we have 3 people on the list whose wealth is incalculable.
Yeah.
And yet they are outplaced by a guy who had $4 trillion. So we can calculate the guy who beat them, but we don't know what the runners-up made.
I didn't even think about that. Next, we're getting to like more modern people with Andrew Carnegie.
Andrew Carnegie, John D. Rockefeller. These are the men who built the railroad system in America right after the Civil War. And they lived in an era of America known as the Gilded Age.
Yeah.
Because they covered everything in gold.
They're both worth about 300 billion.
My history teacher is probably telling me to shut up right now. Be like, you're annoying everybody.
Yeah, dude, my history teacher fucking hated me. I never studied. I don't know why I got into that. The next person is Nikolai Romanov.
Don't know who that is?
He was apparently the Tsar of Russia.
Okay.
Worth about 300 billion as well.
300 billion?
Yeah.
That's twice Jeff Bezos' wealth.
Yeah, this is all with inflation. So,
yeah, totally. When was he alive?
He was alive 1868 to 1918.
That's not that long ago.
Yeah.
300 billion in 1918. Dang.
I'm probably going to butcher this name as well. Mir Osman Ali Khan.
Okay.
Indian royalty.
Yeah.
Worth about $230 billion.
Okay, and next?
William the Conqueror.
Don't know who that is. Sounds evil.
Yeah, he's 200 billion. And then Gaddafi is the last one.
Muammar Gaddafi?
Yeah.
Wait, Muammar Gaddafi is on the list of 10 richest people of all time?
Yep. 200 billion.
Really?
Yeah, apparently.
Dang. I had no idea.
Yeah,
They did that guy dirty.
They did do that.
I didn't, only in the sense that I didn't know if you were one of the richest people in the history of the world, they do you like that. I guess it actually is kind of scary. Makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah, I'm sure when
you got
you're
that much money, people start getting a little angry.
Yeah, when you're that rich, you're immediately a target. Like, wasn't there a whole thing? I don't know if it was Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk where they kept coming out and saying like, "Be nice to billionaires."
Yeah,
because
something like that.
Yeah.
Well, the tide has really turned on billionaires as of lately. Here in like America, I feel like people are starting to resent our super wealthy class a little bit, where maybe we would have looked up to them a few decades ago and be like, oh, I aspire to be that way. Now it's like, F these guys. What have they done for me lately?
Yeah, they're going to space.
Yeah. It's interesting because I was doing some research and I found this really, what I thought was a fascinating breakdown of the different levels of wealth. And this is where I started to realize that my concept of what I aspired to, what I consider to be rich, is actually not that high on these levels of wealth. You know, I would think if I had like $10 million, you know, I'd be like pretty set for life.
It's hard because I feel like with $10 million, like there's a chance of running out unless you keep investing and like know how to grow.
I don't know. I've never had $10 million. Is it that easy to blow through $10 million bucks? I feel like I haven't spent that much already. If I had it, I might be able to keep it. But according to this this breakdown that I found, it says, according to this person, the first level of being in the super wealthy, your net worth is between $10 million and $30 million.
Okay.
And they say at this level, your needs are met. You know, you can live comfortably with a 4 or 5 star level lifestyle. You know, you can spend $2,000 on a hotel for any occasion you want. You can fly first class internationally, but then in parentheses it says sometimes. So even that might outprice you if you have $30 million in the bank.
Yeah, if you're flying first class.
You have a very nice house. You can afford any healthcare you need. No emergency financial situation can destroy your life. But you are not, quote, rich in the way that money doesn't matter. You still have to be prudent and careful with most decisions unless you are on the upper end of the scale. The banking world still does not classify you as ultra high net worth at $30 million.
Jeez.
You are not classified by the banking world as ultra high net worth. The next level is $30 million to $100 million. At this point, you start playing with the big boys.
You're a big boy.
You can fly privately. You might, I guess they have a thing called like net jets where millionaires can share the price of a private jet fractionally, kind of like timeshares on a private jet.
I've heard about that before, yeah.
So you have access to that kind of stuff. You can stay in 5-star hotels. You probably have a vacation home, maybe like a ski retreat in Aspen that you go to in Christmas. Or maybe you have a place near the Cannes Film Festival. You visit that every year. You know, you have multiple residences. That's the big thing about this level. Basically, you can afford to pay $5,000 to $20,000 per night.
Yeah.
As far as your rent goes.
Yeah, I'm realizing like the pitfalls of being rich because this article already made like having $30 million seem like shit. Like it's like you're okay.
Do you see what Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Level 1 is $30 million.
Yeah, and apparently you're fucking slumming it.
Yeah, you don't have multiple residences. You don't have a ski resort in Aspen with your $30 million. You need like, you're approaching $100 million to do that because you got to be spending $20,000 a night. By the way, this is level 2 of 4. And we're not done.
Yeah.
You probably at this level run or have the controlling interest in a big company. That's how you're making this money.
Okay.
You socialize with congressmen. Those are your friends, senators, community leaders. You are extremely well respected in any community as long as you don't live in the world's major cities.
Okay, so you can't live in like New York or anything?
In Beverly Hills, $80 million means you are a minor player. In Beverly Hills, in a city where rich people are known to live, $80 million net worth is you're a small fish.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Johnny. You can buy any car you want. You have a personal assistant and are starting to have people that others have to talk to get to you. You're starting to have people. When you have $100 million in the bank, you're starting to have people. You can travel anywhere in style, and you can pretty much buy anything that normal people think of as rich people stuff.
Okay, you're buying like caviar and all that shit.
Yeah, and I think at $100 million, this is mentally where most people think of as the upper limit.
Yeah.
Upper limit of like actual attainable wealth. A rags to riches type story here in America, you're probably not imagining going beyond $100 million.
No. That's like,
you're probably not even aiming for $30 million. For rags to riches, you're probably thinking like, I made like $10 million. Oh my God. We're talking.
I don't know if people strive to be billionaires, but
they don't.
Yeah. I think that just kind of happens.
Some people strive to be billionaires.
Yeah.
And they make it. I'm going to go on to level 3 here.
Yeah.
This is $100 million to $1 billion net worth, which is a huge scale, by the way, 100 million to $1 billion. And it's a wide range, but this says that life doesn't really change that much between $200 million and $900 million. At this point, you have a private jet, you have multiple residences with staff, elite cars at every residence. You definitely control a business entity that most people in the world have heard of.
Okay, you're like a COO or something.
You're approaching $1 billion. We're talking, hey, think of a major company where the guy who owns it probably has $500 million. That's the type of company you're running.
Yeah, you're probably like the CEO of the fucking Taco Bell or something.
Exactly. It says you might not get invited to every party, but you can go pretty much anywhere you want. You definitely have people and you definitely have staff, personal, like just being in your personal maid. You basically run a business just to run your daily life.
I wish this had like the amount of people there are in the world that are this rich. Because I feel like at a certain point it becomes smaller and smaller, right?
Well, let's come back to that.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people are at this level, but I do have Forbes' list of how many billionaires are.
Oh, okay, cool.
Your world is filled with yes men, obviously. Your ability to buy things becomes an art.
Okay.
One of your vacation homes may be a 5-bedroom villa in Cabo, but that's not impressive. Your own private island, starting to be cool, but it depends on the island. You just had dinner with Senator X and Governor Y? Cool, but your billionaire friend just had dinner with the president. You have a new Ferrari? Your friend thinks that handling sucks and has a classic car that only 5 exist in the world.
Ugh.
You know?
Yeah. Now it's getting richer starts turning into high school.
It seems like... and I think by the end of this episode, people might agree. At a certain point, your wealth just becomes external to show other people how wealthy you are. Because it's not even a matter of having your needs met. Yeah. You're just like competing with your friends. Yeah, because at a certain wealth, or at a certain echelon of wealth, you're in a position where you're just going to keep making money, I assume. So this part is, kind of sad, but it says money and power is the ultimate aphrodisiac. And if you're a man or a woman, and you're looking for a partner, pretty much anybody out there is willing to do anything you want. They say it's, money and power. People just want to be near you. Yeah. But what you don't get, friends and family that love you for who you are. Yeah. It says they exist, but it's pretty damn hard to know where they are. At this level, personal relationships get extremely rare. That's why I find that a lot of rich people date other rich people. Probably. A lot of celebrities dating other celebrities. It's the only one who understands them. Yeah, exactly. Because you don't know if someone's just trying to fuck you out of, or use you. Yeah. The final level is level 4, and literally it was one page to describe the first 3 levels. Yeah. And then the billionaire level is another page and a half. Holy shit. I don't want to go too far into it because it's a lot and I don't want to bore people. But to me, it says, maybe I should read it. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. I am interested. All right, let's go into it. This is what it's like to be a billionaire. At $1 billion, your life changes. You can buy anything anything in broad terms. You can buy access. You can ask your staff to contact anyone in the world and you will get a call back.
Okay.
This person says they've seen it firsthand and it's mind-blowing. They were with a billionaire who wanted to contact another billionaire that they didn't meet, and they called a golf club that they were both a part of and requested the meeting, and 30 minutes later, they had a personal phone call from that person. It says influence. You can buy influence as a billionaire. You have many ways to shape public policy and public debate, and you use them. Not in an evil way, but the billionaires that are passionate about ideas and are trying to do what they feel is best can have a private hour with the governor or with the Secretary of Health. They can buy ads. They can buy lobbyists. The amount of influence can be unlimited.
Scary.
Time. You can buy time. You literally never wait for anything. Travel. You fly privately. Show up at the airport. Sit down in the plane. The door closes. You take off in 2 minutes. You fly directly to where you're going. The plane waits for you. You leave whenever you decide. You take a helicopter to the airport. The pilot and the stewardess are your employees. They do what you tell them to do. You want dinner? Your driver drops you off at the front door and waits a few blocks away for however long you want.
This is very eye-opening to me.
The best table is waiting for you. The celebrity chef has a celebrity chef has prepared your meal.
Guy Fieri.
Yeah,
He's
because
there.
You give him so much catering business, he wants you to be very, very happy, and he ensures your service is impeccable. Experiences is anything you can dream of, you can have it. Do you like Blink-182? There is a price that Blink-182 will simply come and play at your private party.
Hell yeah.
Do you love art? Yeah. You could arrange for a curator of the Louvre to show you around, even show you masterpieces that have not been exhibited in years. You love NASCAR? You can race on a closed track with the top driver in the company. If you love science, you can have dinner with Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like, there's literally a price. All you have to do is pay somebody's speaking fee.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton has had her speaking fees exposed during her presidential run.
Yeah,
and it said that for $250,000, she'll come to any event. Billionaires are just dropping $250,000 to hang out with you. Same is true with stuff. Do you like pianos? How about owning one that Mozart used to compose on? This is the type of stuff you can do when you're a billionaire. And then the person just said, for perspective, he says, if a person earns $400 million a year compared to somebody who owns $40,000 a year, that's 10,000 times more money. So they say, like, if a Lamborghini costs $235,000 to us, that's like $23.50 comparatively. That's how much we would be spending on that Lamborghini. If you made $40,000 a year, imagine if a $10 million piece of art only cost $1,000.
Yeah, it's like
$1,000.
Inflation in reverse. That's very strange.
Inflation in reverse. Exactly. What's another example? The best suite in a New York hotel room might cost $10,000, but for that reverse inflation would be $1 a night.
Oh my God.
There you go, buddy.
You made me realize something while you're talking about all that stuff. With billionaires, I've always noticed this like air to billionaires, like how they don't act like normal people. And it's because at the end of the day, they're not normal people. They're in this whole other echelon where like they're almost like a different type of human. Like they've evolved past all of us. And I feel like they have to put on being a human a lot of the time.
They literally don't have time to sacrifice for anyone. Yeah. And they have never been asked to sacrifice anything for anyone because they have so much money, like the world waits on them. Yeah. The routines that they have must be crazy.
So thank you for that segue.
Do you know?
I have a billionaire routine here.
Well, how about that, ladies and gentlemen?
This isn't what billionaires do, but this is what people say you should do if you want to become a billionaire. Okay. This is from a guy named Jim Quick. He's kind of like an entrepreneur, kind of YouTube speaker
I'm
guy.
more of a Johnny Fast fan.
When I was looking up this guy, he was like, yep, my name is actually Jim Quick. And I was like, it's not.
His ex-wife is like, that's true in every way imaginable. Sorry.
So he says,
Billionaire Routine by Jim Quick.
Yeah. Wake up early.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to do that. So I guess I'm going to be poor.
Yeah. Fuck off. Recall your dreams. Like immediately when you wake up, recall your dreams. Think about it, like doing that.
Okay.
Not sure what that accomplishes.
Yeah.
But after that, make your bed.
Oh God.
He was saying, making your bed sets you up for success because like you come home you start your day accomplishing your goal.
Can I pause for a second? You think Jeff Bezos fucking wakes up and stews on his dreams and makes his bed?
No.
Hell no.
That fucker like wakes up and takes like human growth hormone and then like a fucking maid comes in and like
makes
jerks him off or something. I don't know.
Exactly. Jeff Bezos making a fucking bed every morning. Give me a break.
Yeah.
All right, what's next on this routine?
All right, and then after that, drink a tall glass of water.
Okay.
You're usually dehydrated when you wake up.
That's true. Drink water. Everybody should drink water.
And then with that, take like your vitamins and probiotics and make sure you're all
up
to snuff. Meditate for 20 minutes and do breathing exercises.
I have heard that most successful people do meditate, and meditation is like the single most transformative thing that people describe, like before millionaire, after millionaire. It's like, I started meditating.
This guy,
which I've tried meditating, and I can't.
It's hard.
It's hard. That's all.
Some people can get to a level where they could just shut down and not think about anything. But this guy, he said do breathing exercises, and he specifically stated one called alpha breathing. How
do you do alpha breathing?
I have it here if you want to know how to alpha breathe.
Please.
So, all right, this is the steps to alpha breathing.
Okay.
1, take a deep breath through your nose. 2, hold your breath for a couple of seconds. Notice what it feels like. 3, let your breath out through loose lips, like a deep sigh. Sorry. Allow your shoulders to fall. Notice the feeling just after letting breath out before you start to breathe in. Repeat 3 to 5 times or as long as you wish. Dude,
feeling like a millionaire, ladies.
Dude, alpha breathing.
I'm feeling like a rich guy. Okay, all right.
Then after you do your alpha breathing, 1 to 2 minutes of movement. This guy said this isn't your exercise for the day, but just to get the blood flowing, like do some crunches,
dance, do a little jig.
Yeah, like do just a couple push-ups. This
millionaire's routine seems all like condensed to the first 30 minutes of waking up.
Yeah. And then this next thing cracked me up because this is exactly what what's his name did when he was cast as Wolverine.
Okay.
Take a cold shower.
This sucks.
Yeah.
The whole routine is just punishing yourself.
Yeah, it's pretty much punishing yourself I don't know. Then after that, do your normal routine, brush your teeth, do your hair, etc. Then after that, make a nice little glass of tea. He wrote his whole like power tea that he makes. And I didn't write that down.
The more you read this list, the more I'm convinced this guy is broke.
Yeah.
Has never spent time with any rich people ever.
The more I read this, the more I'm like, does this guy wake up at like 3 a.m.? Like, how does he have time to do all this shit?
Have you seen Mark Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
He looks like a freak. He's not doing any of this stuff.
Yeah. Also, this sounds like someone who's unemployed.
Yes.
So after you drink your lovely tea, you start writing in your journal. And this is what you write in your journal. You just journal, write whatever you want. Then after that, you write your to-do list. What you want to get done in the day.
Let's speed through the rest of this.
Yeah. Then you have to write your to-feel list. How are you going to feel today?
Okay. To do, to feel.
And then you write your to-be list. Where are you going to be today?
This guy with his list.
Then you read for 20 to 30 minutes.
Then you read. After, what if it's not on your to-do list?
And then you make a smoothie. A brain smoothie.
Oh, okay. Like a zombie, you eat brains.
Yeah. And then after that, start your day.
The routine doesn't extend past breakfast.
No.
The billionaire routine is
This is your morning routine, I guess.
Oh, yeah. That's all right. Well, I don't think that guy knows what he's talking about because
you know what? I think you're right.
Yeah, that's crap. I did a list actually. I looked up what real rich people are spending their money on, and it is so gaudy and so frivolous. I guarantee you they're not meditating or journaling about their dreams. They're having a good time. And in fact, I thought it would be fun to invite our guest commentator,
yes,
Shawn Chatfield, onto the show because It's been a while since we've had a Shawn rant.
And he's an expert on, millionaires. He's always reading those like rich house magazines.
Exactly. And, he's been laying low for a while, chilling out. And I feel like if I show him some of this stuff, it might rile him up and we'll get a good response out of him. So why don't we get him in here and go to a segment, Shawn Rants.
Shawn Rants.
All right, everybody. We are here with Shawn for another segment. Shawn Rants.
I haven't know what I'm ranting about today.
Yeah,
so that's exciting.
You don't have a rant prepared because, you hate wealthy people.
I would never have said that.
Yeah, we don't hate wealthy people, but you're going to after today's segment.
Okay.
Because I have a list of items that are super frivolous, total wastes of money.
Okay.
That a normal person could never afford. So I'm going to show you some pictures of some items, and then you can either guess how much they cost if you want, but then I'll tell you how much they cost and we'll get your guys' reaction.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think Johnny has seen these either.
I haven't seen any of this, so I'll be reacting as well.
As a wealthy person, I probably own most of these things. I'm just guessing.
100%.
I'm just guessing.
At the end of this, we'll get a on-the-spot rant. Just your feedback on all of this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or praise. Maybe it's a Shawn praise.
Maybe you'll be
we don't
inspired.
know.
Maybe you'll be like, these guys don't spend enough
maybe
money
they
on
rule.
this stuff. Okay, so our first item here, we'll get this up on screen. Why don't you guys take a look at that? Do you even know what that is?
I'm guessing a sandal, but I truly don't know.
That is...
Wait, can I guess?
Yeah, what do you think?
All right. I would say also a sandal.
That is a surfboard.
Oh, it's upside down.
It's upside down. That is...
There we go.
Oh, I see.
Possibly the world's most expensive surfboard.
Okay.
How much do you think that costs, if you had to guess?
See, buying surfboards, I would, you can get a surfboard $500.
Right. But this is a rich
This
person.
is a rich person. And it's made out of wood.
That's right.
So it looks, I'm going to say $2,500. $2,500. I don't know what that back thing is for. That's interesting.
Okay.
I was going to say 20K.
20? Oh my God.
This surfboard costs $1.3 million.
Why? What? Why?
This is not only is this a surfboard, it is a
We were nowhere near it.
Oh, it's worth of art.
It has gold leaf painting embossed on it, and it is made from some of the finest wood in the world. This is a $1.3 million surfboard.
Does someone own this?
Is this the kind of is this the kind of thing where it's like they made one?
Yeah.
And it's like, or is it like they sell these?
All of these items are extreme luxury items.
Right.
They're
Okay.
custom made, but a lot of times somebody will make this and then put it on sale, and it'll get bought.
Oh,
So that was all right.
I want to make a surfboard.
Next, we have this shirt.
Okay.
Oh.
Is that diamonds?
That is a gold shirt.
I just want to say this guy looks fucking pimping. Like, that is the sickest shit I've ever seen. This guy, I'm sure without the shirt, he wouldn't look that intimidating, but like with the shirt and the gauntlets, he
From
looks
far
like...
away, it looks like he's wearing like medieval armor. Like he's about to go into battle, hit some swords and some shit.
This is an Indian businessman who became famous after he had this golden shirt created.
If I had to do business with somebody and they rolled up in this, I'd be like, oh, fuck,
Much
I'm
like
getting
the
fucked out
jacket
of something.
that I'm wearing now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
How much did that set you back?
Oh,
Not
no.
as much as this shirt.
Well, I just saw the surfboard that looked like a piece of wood.
Yeah.
And that was $1 million. This gotta be $1 million, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up like 3 million or something.
3 million.
Yeah.
I'm saying one.
It's gold, so it's probably like...
And there's diamonds. Is it
Yeah.
diamonds? I don't know what the fuck.
Throwing you guys for a loop here. This shirt cost $240,000.
Okay.
Oh shit!
I feel better.
The surfboard was more money.
Yes.
Jesus.
This shirt. Well, he
And
got
less
it in
tacky.
India,
Less tacky.
I don't know what the
That-
conversion rate is.
That guy's
That's
pimping.
an ugly ass shirt. I'll tell you what.
Okay. That's the golden shirt.
Okay, the golden shirt.
Next, we have the world's most expensive dog collar.
Dude,
Okay.
I get mad when it comes to dog stuff. It's like, what? What a waste. Look at this fucking dumbass dog.
Yeah, the dog can't fathom the price of this.
Yeah, fuck that. The dog's gonna eat this thing for all it knows.
By the way, I did find a story, I don't know if I'm going to talk about it in this episode, about a billionaire who died and left like $17 million to their dog. And the dog has like personal security because so many people want to kill the dog. The dog rides around in a limo with a whole entourage of personal security, and it has like a lawyer who spends $100,000 a year on the dog just to make sure it's living the high life that the owner said in its will it should.
Oh my God.
So this dog is richer than you are, probably.
Oh, probably, definitely.
Oh, I'm sorry, people out there. Definitely anybody at this table.
I just want to say there's no problem with capitalism. It's like really cool. It works.
Yeah.
But we're talking about this dog collar.
This dog collar.
How much do you think this one costs?
Those are big diamonds.
Those are very big diamonds.
Fuck, dude. I'm gonna say $100K on this dog collar.
I'm gonna say like I'm gonna go up again. I'm gonna $2 million.
No, Johnny, no way. No way.
Dog collar, known as the Amour diamond dog
diamonds.
collar, cost $3.2 million.
Dude.
I was close.
Dude,
That's some blood diamonds right there.
Over $3 million. Somebody spent over $3 million.
That is so
put the collar
fucking
on their dog.
stupid.
Yeah, do we know who did that?
A lot of this stuff is not revealed. Billionaires, they're private about how they spend their money. Okay. All right. This next one, we're going to go down cheaper. We're going to go with a less expensive item, more inexpensive.
Okay.
This is luxury ice.
Luxury
ice.
Luxury
it's
ice.
Pure, clean, elegant, according to this picture.
Yes.
Is this like Dan Aykroyd?
So if you want ice for your bourbon, this is the ice to get.
Supposedly, this ice makes your drink colder and for longer.
Okay.
Because it has less toxins and pollutants. It's super pure, water.
So do you get this? Like, is it like
so? What this
water
is,
and you freeze it yourself?
What it is? No,
No.
it is a bag of 50 pre-frozen cubes.
Okay.
Looks like spheres, honestly.
Yeah, they're spheres. You can get them either way, but the preferred way is the sphere.
Of course.
A pre-frozen bag of ice, 50 cubes.
Okay, this is fun.
Yeah.
I would say, people spend an absurd amount of money on alcohol, which is what this was before, I'm guessing. Like I was at Costco and there was one bottle there for $20,000 buying some case in Costco. But for the ice, I would say you could get this bag, which is dumb that I'm even saying this, for $200, which is stupid that you spend that much money on ice.
Okay. I'm wondering about the process. Like, do they have to like special deliver it to you? Does that factor into the price, or is it just like?
I think it comes with a bottle of champagne.
Oh,
It probably has to come like super fast. It has to be frozen
maybe I'm
to
thinking
get
of
to
something
you.
else.
It can't melt or you're fucked.
My guess is $500.
You're both right on either end. This is $325.
Oh, okay, cool.
For a bag of ice.
For a fucking bag of ice.
Now,
Which makes, I think it's about $7 per ice cube.
I am not mad at the company, I think it's Glace, who makes this.
Glace luxury ice.
Because if you can con these rich people to spending that much money on water, then well done.
I don't think it's a con. I think the rich people have so much money, they would just rather get the luxury ice.
But there's no way that you can verify. These rich people aren't like testing this.
Yeah.
They just like, it comes in a nice bag and I spend a lot of money on the ice.
All right, let's see what you think about this next one.
Okay.
We have 24 karat gold leaf toilet paper.
That can't
Shut up.
That can't be real.
This is golden.
No way.
This is golden toilet paper. It has actual gold leaf on it.
I like you got this from a site called Toilet Paper Man.
Well, this is for wiping your butt.
Exactly. And throwing it in the toilet.
And throwing it and flushing it down. People. The ice I get. I would never do it. It's stupid, but this is like you're literally throwing money away.
Yeah, it's to show how rich you are. Like it's literally you wipe your booty with it. This could be some Saudi prince who has this. This could be somebody who, there's people out there that have like $100 billion.
Yeah.
With a B.
Gold is such a isn't it like a it's hard to find gold. Like it's.
I mean, I watched a
Not
show
if
called
you're
Gold
rich.
Rush and it was tough.
Not if you got $1 billion, it ain't hard.
24 karat gold toilet paper, one roll. I would say this goes for 25K? It's a lot. It's heavy.
Yeah, this one says it's sold with champagne.
Yeah. This is the one that comes with champagne.
Yo, you gonna shit and drink. I would say this costs, this is tough because I really have no idea. $1,000 is what I'm guessing.
100K?
No. For a roll of toilet paper?
It's gold, dude. I don't know.
This costs the same as the surfboard, $1.3 million.
No. This is only for the real good shits. Like, you don't waste this toilet paper on your bad shits.
Is that an art piece or is that like real? Like, or is someone?
That's the question.
That's up to you. That's up to you.
If you're super rich and you put that in your bathroom that you never use as like a joke.
Yeah. I mean, that's funny.
Next up, I only have a few more.
Okay.
You know, rich people, they're just like us.
They're just like us.
They're probably watching this podcast on their computer. You look down, this is the rich person computer mouse.
Yeah, it looks like a bar of gold.
It looks like a bar of gold.
Okay.
That is so gaudy.
But I will let you know as a hint to the price, it actually contains no gold.
Okay, good. Okay.
It is actually only plastic and painted to look like gold.
Okay, well then I'm saying
But it's compatible with both PC and Mac.
Oh, shit.
Which was a selling feature on the website.
Okay, $55.
I'm gonna say 300.
There's no gold in it.
$36,000.
What the fuck?
Why? I got gold spray paint. Yo, I'll make these.
Yeah,
you want one for $20,000? I'll make one for you.
You want to talk about conning rich people? At this point, there's not even actual gold in it, so it just looks like a bar of gold.
Yeah, what the fuck? This looks like something you get at the dollar store.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Okay, all right. Speaking of something you get at the dollar store,
Ooh.
we have a paper clip.
Okay.
Now, is it the normal size paperclip or is it big?
Is that a big clip?
That photo is not actual size, but
Okay.
that is, I'm going to say, slightly bigger than your average paper clip.
Okay.
Okay.
Paperclip. And this is just one.
Yeah,
Just one.
Was this like used on the Declaration of Independence or something?
No,
Like-
it's brand new.
okay.
Okay. And it's made out of gold or just a paperclip? We don't know. No one knows.
Oh, wait, hold on. I have the information on the back.
Okay.
It is not made out of gold. I think it's, it might be bronze.
Bronze.
Oh, okay.
Paperclip, bronze. Fucking Christ. $75.
Okay.
For a paperclip.
Yeah, this one feels like a bit, and I'm like, I want to say like something insane because I feel like it's
No.
going to be insane. So I'll just say $1 million.
Shut up.
Fuck it.
No way.
You know what's so funny is they had Bill Gates on the Ellen show.
Yeah.
And they had him guess
love
what
that.
normal people stuff costs. This is the opposite. Having normal people guess what rich
people-
person
Yeah,
stuff
'cause
costs.
we don't know.
This paper clip costs $276.
Okay. Yeah, what a deal.
Just one.
Just one. Now, this is my final item. This is a follow-up. This is a different paper clip.
Ooh, it looks thicker though. It looks thicker.
This one has a logo on it.
Prada. Oh, it's a Prada.
Oh my
It's
god.
Prada paperclip.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. When I went to Las Vegas recently, there was a Gucci store, and you know they have security guards around it. There was literally a line of people waiting to get into this store, like 40 people deep, and it's like,
Damn.
what are they dropping? Was it
Must
a
have unveiled
purse?
the Gucci paper
Is it a
clip.
shirt? Maybe it's a paperclip. This looks like a thick. You couldn't even like open it to do shit. I'm gonna say Prada.
Yes.
I'm gonna say $400, and that kills me to say because that can't be right.
Yeah, I was gonna say $500.
$500.
$390.
Fuck, we were close.
You nailed it.
close.
Hell yeah.
390. That's 400 bucks.
I got it.
$400 for the Prada paper clip.
Wow. You
Yeah.
know, that seems wasteful. I'll say that. If you can spend $400 on a paperclip, you should probably spend your money somewhere else.
Well, you can spend $1 million on toilet paper. You can do anything.
Do you?
Okay, so that's it. So at the end of the day, what do you think about how some people out there are spending their money?
Here's the thing. If you have money like this to spend, I mean, what am I going to do? I'm just some fucking poor idiot, you know? Like I'm the 99% who can't afford shit. So that's who I am. But you've got to do something better. Like, hey, you want to buy a nice house? Go for it. You want to buy a nice car? Absolutely. You deserve it. But it gets to a point where it's like, what are we fucking doing, right? Like, what are we doing? Like, let's just, hey, you know what? Maybe we can help out this school. Or there's a library, let's donate to that. Or there's a food bank or something. I just feel like you're gonna spend $3.5 million on your fucking dumbass dog's pet collar. Like, what are you doing? What are we doing? And yeah, maybe Johnny's right. And maybe capitalism isn't working all the way. Maybe there's some things that we could tweak. That's all I'm saying. Let's tweak it. Fuck.
Well, that was...
I'm a little mad. I didn't think I would be.
I told you this would get you mad.
It's just like I'm so not rich, and I've never...
Now you're realizing how
the thing.
not rich you are.
Well, yeah. I know that like I've never been around true wealth. Even like when I've been to people's houses who are like, we've been to some people's houses that are like, this is a multi-million-dollar house. Even that isn't true wealth. That is something that like this person worked hard, they got their house, this is what they get. But there is some like this shit where it's like, I can't even fathom having that much money and what you do with it and how you live your life. It's just not, you're like an alien to me.
Like
truly.
if you bought that surfboard and that dog collar, your fortune's wiped out for some people.
I won't make that much money in my lifetime.
That's $5 million down the drain on two items.
Exactly. Like it's just, I look at what, like I'm trying to save for a house and it's tough. It's hard to save and whatever. And I honestly probably need to save like another $60,000 to be able to afford a house in California.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I look at this and it's like, oh, they can just buy whatever they want. A house, a car.
That's like two mice.
They could literally give me a house that I would consider a mansion and walk away and forget about it and never cross their mind again and nothing would change for them.
Shawn, they could give a house to every person in the world.
I know. Wow, dude.
Like literally.
I think Jeff Bezos could.
I think I have a statistic, which I'll get to later, that the top 10 richest people in the world have $13 trillion between them.
Jesus
Trillion. Christ. 13 trillion.
It's like a made-up number.
Yeah, that's a made-up number.
That is a made-up number. That means nothing to me. But that, to me, 13 trillion is the same as a million. Where it's like, oh, I'm not going to get that. Maybe one day I'll get $1 million. Maybe. But it's just like, and it's the same to me. They're both unattainable in this point in my life. In the future, though, I'll be a trillionaire. Watch out, guys. Watch out, Bezos.
Whoa. Well, that was our Shawn segment. Thank you for coming on here.
Thank you for having me, guys.
We didn't make you too angry.
No, I'll be all right. I've been angrier before.
All right, and back to the regularly scheduled program.
Okay, get vaccinated.
All right, well, that was fun. That was really fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I even have more items now that Shawn is gone. I don't have pictures of these, but I love this idea that what world are these people living in? Like, why would you even want some of this stuff? You're buying this stuff. It's so weird.
Yeah.
And I tried to find, that was all like crap that shouldn't be expensive.
Yeah.
But what is some of the weirdest stuff that's ever sold at auction?
Yeah.
Because when you're this wealthy, you have access to anything you want. So here's a list of about 10 items that have been sold at auction. Strange items that have been
mega strange items.
Mega strange items. This first one here is kind of dark, kind of gruesome.
Oh no.
Would you want this? A violin from the Titanic.
That's kind of sick. I would be into that.
A violin that belonged to Wallace Hartley, who he played the violin as the Titanic was sinking.
How'd they get it?
And he was amongst the people who died in the tragedy. Sold for $1.8 million in 2013.
Okay. I mean, that's history. I think that's
it's
cool.
Sold in 10 minutes.
Damn.
10 minutes.
Yeah, I think if there wasn't a movie about the Titanic, I don't think that would have sold.
Yeah. Titanic, that obviously that'd be in 2013, not beforehand.
Side tangent, just real quick.
Sure.
I learned recently that some people think that the Titanic wasn't a real thing and just a movie. I've been hearing a lot of like audiences.
People just people don't study history at all. I have no idea what actually happened out there.
Yeah, so that's funny. Anyway, continue.
I've also heard people just you'd be amazed what people don't know about.
Yeah.
Okay. Elvis Presley's unwashed underwear.
From when he died, or
worn by him during his 1977 concert.
Ooh.
Actually, it says here these failed to sell.
Okay.
But
Well,
we're
thank
put
God.
on auction for a starting price of $11,000. I guess the king of rock and roll ain't the king anymore if you don't want to smell his stinky drawers.
People love Elvis memorabilia, so that's funny that didn't sell at all.
Yeah. How about this? Talk about access to some strange stuff. A lock of Abraham Lincoln's hair.
Okay, is that like, dude? How can they test that? Like, how do they know that's authentic?
It was removed by the Surgeon General Joseph Barnes after Lincoln's assassination on April 14th, 1865. So it's probably got some blood in it. It's probably got some brain chunks in it.
Yep.
And definitely, if you want to clone Lincoln, this is the way to go. Clone High shout out.
Oh shit.
This thing sold and fetched $25,000 at an auction in Dallas.
You know what? I thought that would get way more.
I'm surprised. A lot of these items are, after everything we've talked about on this show, a $25,000 piece of hair sounds dirt cheap.
Yeah, of fucking Abraham Lincoln's hair. Like, that's insane.
But do you have $25K to drop on a piece of hair?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, I could take a loan out, but
would you?
no.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling's chair.
Wait, hold on. I think a Pokemon card sold for more money than Lincoln's hair.
Well, as we've already discussed on this episode, people don't know much about history.
Yeah.
And Pokemon is hot right now. So that makes sense to me. J.K. Rowling's chair, the chair that she wrote Harry Potter 1 and 2 on.
I'm sure that person's regretting that purchase.
Maybe they can like ceremoniously burn it.
Sell it like Banksy or some shit.
Or carve it up into like vampire steaks and go vampire hunting.
Dude.
You know, do something positive with the chair. Well, I don't know if you want to carve it up or burn it because it was sold for $394,000
Jeez.
in 2016. Remember when we talked about Elvis's dirty underwear?
Yep.
How that didn't sell? Well, what did sell was a hunk of chunk of hair from the king himself.
Oh shit. I could see someone wanting
Elvis Presley's hair. Now, keep in mind, Abraham Lincoln's hair sold for $25,000. Elvis Presley's hair sold for $115,000.
Damn.
Now, I want to know if they went to the same guy.
Yeah.
Is there a billionaire
hair guy?
hair collector out there?
There might be.
There probably is. Some freak who's so rich, he's like, I have the world's most extensive hair collection. Look, I've got the hair of Jesus. I've got Marilyn Monroe's leg hair scrounged up from a hotel bathroom.
Dude.
$45 million for that one.
This is what I'm talking about. Billionaires are like cryptids. It's like
They really are.
the hair collector.
This next one is a bowl. A bowl.
A bowl. Jesus's bowl.
$60 million.
Is there a reason? Or is it just
It's
first bowl?
I don't have a lot
Sellable?
of information about this bowl
Okay.
other than to say
this is some
it's an
Illuminati shit?
extremely rare ancient Chinese bowl,
Okay.
and it sold for $60 million.
Okay.
Now, okay, it's extremely rare. Obviously, we're rich. We only want rare stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, it's an ancient Chinese bowl. That's cool because I've heard of ancient China, the Great Wall of China.
Was
you
it-
know,
Yeah.
I like China. China
Yeah.
rocks. Fuck yeah, dude. Go China. Cool.
China.
All right, we're all on the same level.
Uh-huh.
$60 million for this bowl.
Yeah.
Are you gonna put cereal in that bowl?
Are
you gonna use it? No.
When you said $60 million for a bowl, I imagined like a bowl that's like attached to like a metal like pole and just sitting in someone's house.
Probably.
Like I'm imagining that.
Probably.
Yeah, and they're like, check it out. That's the bowl.
You know what I would do with that bowl? I'd put it on the coffee table and I'd put like some peanuts into it. and people would be like, that's a nice bowl. I'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
$60 million.
No, I'm not gonna mention the price.
Oh.
They'll just be like, that's a nice bowl. I'd be like, yep. Have a peanut. That's the cool way to do it. That's the cool way to do it. $60 million for a bowl. This to me is a little bit more worth it and also way cheaper. A bag of moon dust.
Yeah, that's cool.
$1.5 million.
Not that cool.
You know what though? I would put the bag of moon dust like in a little baggie.
Yeah.
And then I'd put it in my Chinese bowl.
Check it out.
And then it's like, hey, that bowl of moon dust, yeah, that's approaching $70 million. And they'd be like, oh, because it came from the moon? You'd be like, no, for the bowl.
Oh. Well, how'd they get the moon dust? Because the moon landing was fake.
I'm glad you asked. The bag was used by U.S. astronaut Neil Armstrong to collect the first ever samples of the moon.
Okay.
And it sold at auction in New York City for 1.5 million euros. I'm sorry, that is $3 million.
Would that be a fun episode to do, like the whole moon landing situation?
Well, wouldn't be much evidence because it's all fake.
Yeah.
And then this one is interesting because we've all played with this, Legos.
Yes.
But this is
Legos are already expensive, so.
Well, this is the most expensive Lego in the world because it was a
Death Star.
single golden brick Lego, $30 million.
Damn. Was that made by Lego actually, or was that?
I think it has to be. It had the logo on it.
Oh. Thank you, Lego.
Again, my whole point in bringing up all this stuff is I always thought I can't say it enough. $10 million to me is like a good amount of money in the bank. They're dropping $60 million on a bowl.
That's what I'm saying.
$60 million on a bowl.
If you have 10, you're fucked.
That 10 is not enough.
It's not enough.
Can't do jack shit with $10 million. I can't even buy the Chinese bowl for $10 million. I can't even buy the bowl for $20 million. I'm not. This is why when we read like $80 million ain't shit if you're not in a major city, that's because you buy that bowl and most of your fortune is gone.
Yeah. Do you sell the bowl or do you keep it?
Oh, I'm keeping that.
Oh, okay.
You have articles about some weird purchases, don't you?
Yes. I have an article about a weird purchase, and then I also have some really expensive food items.
Okay.
Should I go into both of those or should we break it up? All right. Well, first of all, just want to get a little silly here. You know the rapper Lil Uzi Vert? You ever heard of him?
Yeah, who doesn't know Lil Uzi Vert?
He is working on purchasing a planet.
What?
So recently,
Earth?
Yeah. No.
Oh, no.
This article is like so strange because I just want to preface it and say in this article, it says, there is currently no way to actively purchase a planet, but Lil Uzi Vert has been trying to. So the other day, there was a Twitter account that like posts a lot of those planets that like NASA has photos of and stuff. And Grimes retweeted it. And she said, "Oh, that's the planet Lil Uzi Vert is trying to buy." And then Lil Uzi Vert retweeted it and said, "Wow, I was trying to keep this a secret, but I'm trying." And so the planet is it's called WASP 127b. It's a gas giant. It is 1.4 times larger than Jupiter, and it was discovered in 2016. So, Lil Uzi Vert has set his sights on buying that planet.
You may notice.
He wants to be the first human to legally own a planet.
You may notice that my demeanor has changed.
Yeah, you got like really stoic.
This offends me.
It's the most 2021 article I've ever read. Yeah.
I can't explain to you how offensive I find the idea of ownership of a place that nobody has been to.
Yeah.
The idea that you could exert any sort of authority. I think that Lil Uzi Vert has lost the concept of like what wealth is for.
It was cracking me up here because like they literally talked to a Yale astronomer who was like, there is no way to legally own a planet.
You can't, because I just want to say, by the way, and I think this is a good moment to say it. We're talking, this is the wealth episode. Money is only valuable to people.
Yeah.
Money is only valuable. You can't give a grizzly bear $1 million and say, "Don't eat me."
Yeah, exactly.
They don't care. It's only valuable to people who put value on it.
Yeah.
And I feel like Lil Uzi Vert has forgotten that it doesn't have its own intrinsic value, like standalone value.
Yeah.
I was going to say it's paper, but it's in America. It's not even paper because in 2021, it's like numbers in a bank account. It's like a video game score. It's like an intangible thing somewhere.
It was making me think about how like there's those companies that are like own a star.
Yeah.
Like I assume it's a similar thing where it's just like you can't fucking own a star.
Yeah.
Like, you just have a piece of paper that says you do.
I was reading this article once that talked about how in the ancient times, the reason kings needed wealth was to maintain an army.
Okay.
Because you didn't have power if you couldn't enforce it. You didn't have power if you didn't have an army, right? To say, like, hey, don't commit any crime here, or don't take this land, or don't abuse these people. If a king wants to do something, he has to send soldiers there to enforce his will. you want to fight a war or whatever as a king, and you need the power to do that, you have to get your soldiers shoes and food and weapons, and you need money to do all that stuff. But like, all right, if I was a king and I wanted to buy a planet, I wouldn't try to buy it. I would send an army there to conquer it.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
I own it. But little Uzi Vert, he doesn't have the invading, conquering force or the ability to send anyone to that planet. Like, how would you... Then that's the core why I'm so frustrated. Like, why do you think you could enforce ownership on that?
Yeah, it's a lot. Also, like the idea that these were just 2 tweets that got turned into like multiple articles about
That is
this.
so funny. Maybe this is maybe we're reading into it and this is just a publicity stunt.
Oh, 100%. I feel like they're just fucking around.
I feel like a fool suddenly. This ain't real wealth. I feel like we've done enough. I feel like we've done our duty today.
Okay.
I think we've exposed what it's like. To be in that world.
I have a visualization of like the richest people in the world too.
This will be the grand finale of our show.
Okay.
Wait, what is Zuck Barbecue?
I also pulled.
That's 32 minutes. We can't watch that.
Yeah. I pulled the classic video. I just wanted to show a second of it if we can after this of just like Mark Zuckerberg grilling meats.
Well, this visualization will be a good thing because I feel like with everything else today, we've just been trying to raise people's awareness of like how much money out there some people have. It's just hard to imagine.
This video, I've been seeing it around. It shows like what their the person's worth would look like as stacked up money.
10,000.
Okay.
Lowest what?
It starts getting into like people.
Is that $1 million?
Yeah. So Mr. Beast is worth 26 million.
Fastest growing YouTube.
And you got PewDiePie. I love the weird CG models.
Okay.
And then you start getting insane with Oprah. Kim Jong-un, I was surprised
I'm sorry,
by.
I've already lost count. Like what was 10,000 again?
I don't know. We're in the billions right now.
Carlos Slim. Okay.
I didn't know how many people were rich in this world.
Rob Walton. Oh, yeah. So I told you earlier, I have a list. There are 2,755 billionaires in the world.
Holy shit.
With a total net wealth of $13.1 trillion.
Yes, I thought Steve Ballmer was the richest person in the world, but I guess not anymore.
Maybe at one point, but not anymore. It's Jeff Bezos is the single richest guy in the world.
I think so, yeah. I don't even know who half these people are, and that freaks me out.
There's 3,000 billionaires.
Yeah,
in
right?
the world.
I know Warren Buffett.
That looks like Kevin.
Yeah, it does. It looks like
Kevin could be a billionaire.
Dude. They got Zuckerberg.
Nothing is impossible. You just have to kind of keep running.
He freaks me out.
My thing was that I just love doing software. I love hiring.
Got some Bill Gates going on. Also, his wealth is taller than the Eiffel Tower. If you stacked up all of his money.
That's what this visualization
Yeah.
is.
Like this is what it would look like
This
if you
is actually stacking up people's money.
Yes.
It's about meaning.
I think it claims that Elon Musk is richer than Jeff Bezos, but I don't think that's true. I think it's opposite. So there you go. That is a visualization. Yeah, his wealth is like taller than the tallest building. So
That's interesting. So I don't know what's going on with Elon Musk. I know we said this was going to be the last thing, but I did find some information since we're talking about these actual rich people whose names we've heard of.
Yeah.
This used to be Quarantine Cast because
Yes.
it started during the quarantine, and you know the rich got richer when all of that was happening.
Yes, definitely Jeff Bezos.
I found the Forbes list of the top 10 billionaires in the world, and it compared their wealth from the year 2020 to the year 2021.
Okay.
Last year to this year. How much money did these people make over the course of last year? Apparently, Jeff Bezos last year was worth $113 billion.
Oh my God.
And this year is worth $177 billion, which means in the last 12 months, he made $64 billion. Elon Musk was not on last year's list.
Really?
Last year's list, the top 10 billionaires, number 1 was Jeff Bezos, 113. Number 10 was a descendant of Sam Walton for $54 billion. 113 to 54 billion. Elon Musk was nowhere on that list. Yet somehow this year, he's the number 2 richest person in the world, according to Forbes. I don't know how he made so much money last year.
My guess would be all the SpaceX stuff that happened.
There must have been a lot of money happening with SpaceX because according to Forbes, he has $151 billion. According to that thing we just saw, he has $185 billion. And he had less than $54 billion last year because he wasn't on the list.
Holy shit.
Which means he made over $100 billion in the last 12 months. 100 billion.
God.
Number 3 is somebody, I don't know who this is, Bernard Arnault and family, who has $150 billion. He's up 74 billion from last year. He's up 74 billion from last year. Bill Gates is up 26 billion.
Jesus.
From last year. Last year, Bill Gates was the second richest man in the world.
Okay.
With $98 billion. Currently, he's the 4th richest person in the world.
Do you think that eats at him?
With $124 billion. He went up almost $30 billion and is the 4th richest person in the world. He went down 3 spots. Mark Zuckerberg made $43 billion last year. He's at $97 billion. Warren Buffett, he made $29 billion. And then all these other people, we don't know. I don't recognize their names. But needless to say, that these people made insane amounts of money just in 1 year. Apparently, the richest people in the world collectively made like $5 trillion last year.
Yeah, that's upsetting. Just knowing the state of the world.
That's wild. Yeah. Seeing how everything is going.
Real quick, I just wanted to, before we wrap this up, I had some fan art.
All right.
Let me check this here. So someone drew us as Bigfoots. So,
nice. Who's who?
I don't even know.
It's hard to tell.
So thank you for drawing this. This is rad. I forgot your name, but if you want to send us fan art, like we'll definitely show it off. And then the other thing I want to show you, Derek, I don't think I've been like, I don't have that many Twitter followers.
Okay.
But from doing the show, I get the sense of like, thank you for watching the show, by the way. But so many people sent me this one image. I was kind of baffled. Like, I think I got sent this one image 20 times. I don't know if you got sent it as well, but people kept sending me this fucking image.
What? What is this?
It's like a Bigfoot with slide nipples.
Where is this?
I don't know. It went viral.
This looks awesome.
Right?
Nipple race.
Dude.
That's freaky.
So yeah, I got sent that like 100 times. Everyone was like, yo, Mega 64 teen.
That's hilarious.
But now Mega Strange.
I like it.
Yeah, me too. So anyway, that's all I have, unless you want to watch some of Zuckerberg to end it out here.
No, we'll do that privately. Everybody's seen that. I think that's good for today's episode. This has been quite an episode. Thank you everybody for watching.
Yes.
Thank you everybody for sticking with us. You just said it, but I'm going to remind them again. This is the Mega Strange podcast, formerly Mega 64 and Teen. If you haven't already subscribed to Mega Strange on YouTube, and if you want to follow us on social media, you can find me on Instagram at Derek Acosta only, or on Twitter at Gustavo.
You can find me on Instagram at catboy_slim and on Twitter at Johnny13. I always have to think about it every time. I don't know why.
Nice. We're going to be back next Saturday at 12 p.m. with more Mega Strange content. So until then, stay cool. We'll see you around. Have a good week, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.